Okay, you gain our trust. If you lose an age on mission, the government will release more funds to replacement. Okay. That was the right move, to be generous. My country, Korea, is undertaking a military operation in Sudan. Support of your tactical drones will strengthen our relationship. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. I mean, I did do the deal with Japan. Combat drone needs to go. Sudan, and that poor world can never get a break, can it? You need to hack China and frickin' lower its frickin' alert level. We did nothing wrong. We will change their fake news, their real news into fake news. As is the way of the Chinese government. The Chinese people can't tell the difference. That's what their normal status quo is. Are you? Me too. I guess I'll create scientists. I actually found nothing. Did you find nothing? I just found nothing. Well, look on the area. That's finding something, but still nothing. I guess investigate you more. But I have a feeling that they literally don't have scientists. Unless they're hiding them very well from us. That could also be a thing. Actually, since you are pretty good at finding scientists, might as well go to Turkey. Enter. Yeah, we're at the Instable what you were. Alert, Director. I thought I was hacking China, but it was a trap. They were hacking me instead. They have description of all our agents and the rest of the worst warrant for them. Oh, fantastic. Your level has been raised by China by 10%. Your relations with China deteriorated by 10%. Yeah, that's a problem. Their got bad news. I'm afraid United Kingdom has completed the project codenamed Fancy. We're working on that too. Man, they got a wonder before us. We'll do our best to reverse engineer the results, which could accelerate our research. But it'd be sensible to conclude these discoveries will be used against us. Director of the United Kingdom has completed research Pacific project. It was to synthesize universal drug against cancer. Despite global tension, our enemies have done a brilliant job persuading many members of the scientific community to work for them. Andy, China, start. Hi, how you doing? We did nothing. We know nothing on this. Director, we have shanked our relationship. They're paranoid and ignorant. I'm aware. I'm sure you're aware. I won't let anything or anyone stand in my way. That includes you, I'm afraid. I don't think it'll help. I don't think it'll help the situation. I'm not eager to admit it, but I'm in a bad spot. I need your help. Ignorant, not arrogant. If they're arrogant, that might work. You're the only ones who can stand up to the ones with the real power around the throne. I don't think so. Thank you for making time for your business schedule with me. The civic news, I'm on your side. I've always been. Blackmail, I have a dossier that I think you want to see. Paranoid and ignorant, I want to try this. Don't listen to the fake news. I'm on your side. I've always will be. Don't mention it half. Yes, that worked. Like, don't forget that half of it was us. Or actually most of it. Actually, not that many, of course. Only almost all. All right. You're someone I can negotiate with. What exactly do you want? Let's lower the alert level, please. We don't want anyone launching nukes. You actually have those. Think you're weighing habit? We're offering an exchange. You know what? I'll give you some of our research, okay? You're gonna need it, my friend. In health. Thanks for your proposal. Yeah, extending agreement with China has been concluded. Your alert level decreased in China by 40%. China received the Sigma data we sent to them. Yay! Oh, they want to kill us. No, that was actually better than we started. Yeah, that's how we do things around here. And they're still down at the bottom. Yeah, that's how things are done. let's contact you. Let's request a meeting. Because we're already becoming good friends. I can increase your level on the stage a bit. How about that? Forget China for a second. Yeah, all I really needed was what they were like. I didn't need anything other than that. Adulterer, really? Cheat on your man. Japan is leading. We need to A, locate scientists, and B, locate scientists. Since they don't seem to exist in Russia. Oh wait, they do. Oh, that's China, never mind. Okay, freaking scientists. Come on, 8-Man, I know you can do it. If they exist, we shall have them. Actually, no, 8-Man, go to Turkey. I think we need to start hacking other people in the ground. Oh great, we need to, I wonder how many scientists would frickin' generate. Yeah, actually, we need to work on Turkey is what we need to do. You need lower Turkey. Russia's being magical. India needs to go. Let's actually make a real. Oh, thank you. Let's contact you. What do we got on you anyway? What's the meeting? Okay, so yeah, this game doesn't seem to have any combat in it, or any turn-based tactical gameplay. It's strictly turn-based kind of grand strategy. No, I won't classify it as grand strategy. It's 4X-like, but no, it's just a overall really good game. Sure, there's some bugs now, but it isn't beta. Or sure has some bugs now, but it isn't beta. But yeah, what do I think of Sigma Theory? Oh, is it good? It is. Well, I mean, it has bugs. But is it befitting of one of my perfect ratings? Which, for me, by the way, to me, what perfect means is does the game do does the game do everything it needs to do? And this game actually does that. It has some bugs, but it isn't beta, so I won't hold that against it right now. I would say, yeah, Sigma Theory is one of my perfect games. Yeah. It does everything it wants to do. It is a XCOM, not even XCOM like. It's basically the pure management in XCOM with 4X strategy gameplay. Where you are in a Cold War, and while it's complex, it's easy to learn, hard to master. It's complex, but even though they throw you in here, if you know what you're doing and are technically minded, you will be able to play this game no problem. And is this a good game to get into that genre? Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Nice and simple. Like, for example, games like this would be pretty. These are rare. No, wait, sorry, wrong words. Games like this. Well, there's no really games like this. This is pretty much What if you take one aspect of a game and just blow it up into a game? Like, for example, what if you take the democracy and working with the different royal families of Crusader Kings? With XCOM, I pick up operators from different countries, and you have to deal with relations with different countries. With other Cold War games, other simpler strategy games like what was that What was that nuclear war game I played? I played in channel before. Like it was called, but actually I could probably look it up. I don't think it was hard to look. I don't think it's hard to look up. But yeah, no, this game is just a nice, easy game to play in the game to play when you're doing something. It's stressful. I mean, you're dealing with the fate of the world here, but it's not that bad. However, it doesn't have option for multiple saves, which, as I stated when we first booted the game, is probably mostly due to deal with save scumming. And I'm fine with that actually. I prefer having multiple saves because multiple saves allow you to play with friends without them wrecking your game, or have people play on your computer while wrecking your game, stuff like that. Which this game would do amazing. Which I would love multiplayer with this game. When I play multiplayer, that would require me, friends having, me having friends and them having this game. But besides that, no, multiplayer would work amazingly for this game. Everyone controlling a nation and playing it like a board game would be amazing. You can even play this as a story-based game as well. Like, the story is there, but it only matters if it matters to you. I like that. Like, this is a board game that is a normal game, and that has a good story, but it's only for those who want to find it, and it's not locked behind a pause menu. It's not locked behind collectibles. It's out there in the open, but it's only for people that want to find it. Very Dark Souls-like, but even better than Dark Souls, because Dark Souls had it in item descriptions. This game has it not only in those profiles, but in just normal gameplay. Like, it's not Civilization, which doesn't really have a story. The story is what you make up to explain what nonsense you're doing. This game, while being like Civilization in the aspect of its strategy and just how it feels, being easy to learn, hard to master. I'm probably getting that completely wrong, but yeah, it's just overall a really good game. I don't know what's gonna be priced at, but I would say, based on my gameplay experience, because this game, of course, could be an hour long, it could be 20 hours, it could be 8 hours long. I mean, a match could be an hour long to 4 hours long to 8 hours to 10 to 20 to 100. I don't know. It could be endless. I don't think it's supposed to be endless because there's a clear objective. I don't think it's supposed to be over easily because we've been playing for an hour now, and the match has just begun. So I would think this would be more like a 10-hour game at least, and you're supposed to play it over and over and over again. Like, you can always play as a different faction. There's no real reason to, other than you start differently. And different bonuses, so I believe this game is meant to be played with the same faction, and maybe with the same starting, but I think starting is random, I could be wrong. The starting people are random besides your spouse. And you are supposed to you're supposed to just play it over and over again. And that'll be amazing, and I would say the max I would pay for this would actually be AAA price, because of how polished it is. Like, for example, this is like XCOM. It's XCOM without the combat. It's Civilization, just set differently, pretty much. Or it's a bit simpler than Civilization, set differently. I mean, it's complex in different ways. It's all like Civilization, actually. It's just a lot different. It's like playing Civilization with the XCOM maps, with the XCOM, with only the XCOM base, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a really good game, and I would say a perfect price is anywhere between 8 and 15 to 30. I would say 34 is a good maximum price. I would easily pay AAA price for this. I don't know because I haven't beat it whether it'd be worth that or not. Like, could you get, like, depending on how long the match is and how much your playability is, it would be worth it. So look at the Steam descriptions, look at other YouTubers to see if it's worth more to you at a certain price point. But I would say at 15 to 30, 15, 30, around those is where this game would strive at. 15, this game would, no, 15 or 8, or around 8, this game would just dominate. 30 is good. But yeah, it's up to you, of course. And of course, I am playing the beta, and I've only played an hour, and I'm extrapolating, based on my experience, what the game is worth. But yeah, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. I don't know the price. I never like it when I don't know the price. But it happens in my line of work, of course. Just don't know the price. So I have to guess. So, but anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more. I really hope you do. I am loving this right now. And speaking of, sorry about World War 3, but it's having issues. With flag and stuff like that. No one's really playing it right now either. So yeah, I really hope you all love this. You know what? I'll play until launch day. I also need to play Tropico, by the way. Finish the freaking tutorial and then play at least a sandbox game before, on launch or before. You get the idea. And yeah, again, thank you to the developers for sticking the key. And don't forget to check out their story, which I mentioned earlier in this session. Their story part of their verse is a universe I've been working on since I was a kid. It is a sci-fi universe with 4 distinct eras. The early era taking place between the year 2020 and 2030, with World War III taking place in the year 2024 to 2025. This war shook up the world, but it's not what really changed it. It essentially shifted it into the timelines, into the diverse timelines version of the world, which would be the Cold War between the Eastern Coalition, which are these two, working together. They actually joined up with a bunch of countries in the world, made the Eastern Coalition, and then fought every other country in the world. Thus making World War III in the diverse, a war where no neutral nation was safe. No nation was neutral. I believe Switzerland, even Switzerland was infiltrated through orbit. So yeah. And after World War III, the Eastern Coalition moved back to their borders. A wall was erected in Eastern Europe, so on the east of Poland, to keep the Eastern Coalition's robotic hordes out. And that's how it's been ever since World War III. And they go in there, which is the setting of my first book, which you can check in the description, below the playlist, below the line, below. And then you'll find the wiki and the Google Drive folder where you can find the lore with the timeline and bios of the factions, including the Eastern Coalition, Green and Blue, which is a utopian democratic megacorp turned country, which is the most advanced country in the world, but it's also by far the smallest, being made of multiple cities sprinkled across the earth. And then this Cold War, and then the Golden Era is where the Cold War takes place between the Eastern Coalition, these two, and literally everybody else. where the Eastern Coalition is beyond its walls, plotting to take up the world in another World War 20 years from the, and then when the time is right, um, and the other countries trying to, well, not let the Fourth World War happen, try to keep peace with the Eastern Coalition, despite them being very, very isolationist, to the point that no one has ever seen a human Eastern Coalition knight in decades, really. Only seeing their androids that they sent out to do diplomatic missions with countries which they want to reacquaint themselves with after World War II, after World War III. And it's up to Dish Line and friends to, well, maintain peace in this world. Make sure that the Eastern Coalition doesn't do that. We're also freeing the Eastern Coalition from pirate raids to prevent the corruption in their society from from deepening even further. Even if it's corruption amongst themselves. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, is the Eastern Coalition really corrupt? I mean, they have 3 classes. The robot class, which is in our world is more derogative word, because in real life it means servant. So calling a robot a servant, well, you can't get away with that with anyone who's biological, now can you? And so it's not a nice word. So people just call them machines, androids. It's a humanoid form there, an android. Machine is just a general term for them. Machine human, machine person. AI. Digital for AIs like Cortana, or Eva, or in our case, Watch. And physical in terms of androids. And then you got the proletariat, which are the vast majority of Eastern Coalition Knights, who are not machines. They work, they live, they play, they live a good life under the ever-watchful eye and caring hand of the leader class. Which are a group of people who have ultimate power over the proletariat and can do whatever they want, but prefer to keep them happy and nice and comfortable, so they can do whatever they want to them, including, if they need to make someone disappear, well, do you remember who they were? Because drugs. So yeah. And Green&Blue's helping with maybe revolutionizing inside of the Eastern Coalition, but, it's slow going. And there you go. That's some of the background political situation in this story. Check out the first draft of the first book and my second book, which second book takes place in the far future in the year 2530. Is there anything that relates to this game? Not really. Not really. I mean, other than insane feature creep, tech, power creep nonsense. But yeah, and stuff like that. But anyway. Alright, so anyway, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll definitely play one more on launch day, even if you all don't like it. But yeah, thank you developers for sending me a key, and yeah, alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And how do I say? What was that button? It's obscured by my recording stuff. Also, I will love escapes, pretty much. Escape options. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I would love multiplayer. Which, by the way, I would read you the early access things, but Steam's not wanting to come up. I'll tell you, are you thing? Come on. Hold on, let me read what the feature holds. What's funny is GOG has you can just touch on screens and move them, but this game doesn't. I mean, but not this game. Steam doesn't. This game is fine. Steam is weird. Oh, there's actually, okay. They're planning on story mode for each playable country, additional agents and NPCs, new types of extraction missions, exciting stuff that will during early access. Alright. I mean, I would love XCOM-like gameplay. You know, for like combat missions. Although that's not the point of the war. I mean, that's not the point of the. That's not the point of a Cold War. Yeah, the point of the Cold War is definitely not that. Is to make sure, not to do that. In fact, even proxy wars are frowned upon, but those just happen. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. And I guess, I love the game without it. I love the game without it. It doesn't need it, and by no means it needs it. But yeah. But anyway, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. And I guess, see you in